Hey friends, how's it going? I'm real close in on the camera because I want to get a little intimate with you because I'm feeling lonely because of coronavirus. What's up, y'all? Today we are looking at some new bags from Boundary Supply. The Rennen bag is brand new and it's not that expensive, coming in around $100 right now. Great materials made from recycled water bottles, okay? But a simple silhouette on the back, classic soft goods design looking with upgraded materials like X-Pack on one of the bags, burly water sealed zips, nice mesh on the back panel here, and killer cushy straps. There's also some pouches. You like that? There's some pouches. Good looking little pouches. I'm loving these things. We're gonna talk about those. We're gonna talk about these slings too. Look at these slings. They made a sling. But first, this episode is brought to you by Nordgreen. Nordgreen makes this really great watch that I'm a huge fan of because it's so simple, clean, minimal. It's available in 3 sizes, so if you have a big old fat wrist, you can get a little bigger. I went for the 36 millimeter, and I dig this brown leather strap. I like just the cleanliness of it, you know? It's just super clean and easy. Check the link below. I'll see if I can get a discount for you. Thanks to Nordgreen for supporting this channel. Okay, this Boundary Supply bag. I've got some ideas on it. You want to hear them? All right. So, Boundary Supply puts out a new bag. I'm a little bit drooling because I love these kinds of simple bags. Do you understand? Very simple silhouette bags drive me nuts. They're a little bit like the Wrangler butts of old. You may have heard of them. Actually, you may not have. You could be a millennial. First of all, let me hit some of the features here. To me, this handle is excellent. Little simple handle on the top made out of some webbing, and apparently some of the webbing here is even made from recycled materials. There is a solid water bottle compartment on this left side of the bag. It's actually on my right side. When I'm wearing it, it's on my right side. It doesn't have any stretchiness to it, but it works fine. My water bottle hasn't fallen out. It seems to work great. Boundary Supply make a camera cube that apparently fits pretty well in this bag. And there are nipple clips. Do you know about nipple clips? Nipple clips, when you open this up, are these little guys right here. What that means is you can grab some of their other pouches, some of their other accessories, and clip them right onto this. It's kind of nice because you can just take this and clip it right here, and then it'll stay up at the top of the bag. This is their port kit, one half of their port kit. It's actually not my favorite half of their port kit. I use the other half of their port kit because it opens wide open, and I like that. This one just kind of opens a little bit. Awesome though. I love this, like an X-Pack multicam. Their port kit is 2 halves. It's pretty slick. Inside this guy, you've got a laptop compartment. My 16-inch MacBook Pro fits just fine. I do have to kind of get it off of the sides of the bag a little bit to pull it out, but I don't have any problems with it. I really love this material. We're back at like the first time Boundary Supply blew my mind with like a nightwool. I don't know if this is felt or nightwool or what, but I really like this. The padding is great. It's pulled up off the bottom of the bag slightly. Then you've got this pocket at the top of the bag. Inside, there's a little nipple clip for a key thing, and magnetized clip-on. You know, key people. You like that. And then down here, just below that, are 2 little non-elastic, just kind of simple pouches that you can fit things in. I fit my power adapter in there just fine. These are actually kind of great because they're not up at the top of the bag. They're sort of middle of the bag. You can see where the zipper comes down to here. This is like a Evergoods Civic half zip, like your classic kind of bags of old. It just goes to here, so you have vertical access. You're looking down into the bag to see what you've got in there. And I have been putting one of my port kit sides and then the new pouch that they just sent. Simple little pouch, right? Very simple, but it does have a nice little organizer inside in that it separates from the inside. Velcro. Not my favorite. Kind of wish this wasn't Velcro, personally. It feels a little bit weird in Velcro, but really light and thin separator here. This is, again, I think a recycled material. I'm not sure what is recycled and what isn't, but I know a lot of the stuff here is recycled. It's one of their huge values over at Boundary Supply, at least with this setup. They're really stoked to make something that is like almost entirely recycled. Now, on the front of the bag, we have this pocket, which I am quite frustrated with. I apologize to the Boundary people. Here's the thing. You could maybe get away with this thing not zipping it. It's got magnets. That's awesome. It's got magnets, and they're really quite strong. I love strong magnets. That feels great. Also, this flap pulling down is going to keep any of the water resistant stuff. Like, this is a very water resistant bag in the X pack, right? Did I mention that it's available in 3 colors? There's some cool looking colors here. I think the X pack, and I don't think they have a black version that isn't X pack yet, but if they did, I would probably go for that or X pack, just because I think the other colors are going to get quite dirty quite easily. I think they will. Just the material, the way that it feels like. It just has that vibe. But I really do like those colors. Some of you are going to be drooling over those colors. But that creamy white and that light blue may get a little dirty. You know, just your mileage may vary. It's nice that we've got in the X-Pack super water resistant. Sort of, everybody's got the water sealed zips and stuff like that. The X-Pack's dope. But this front pocket, first of all, the magnets may be too strong. They may be too strong. Has that ever happened before? You can get into this, but not without a little bit of finagling. I love a simple front pocket on a bag. This would be my quick access, except for it's just not quick. That's what's frustrating about it. It's not a very quick thing. I mean, you can you get up and in. That means you just can basically put your sunglasses and AirPods in here. It's a pretty big pocket to just have a couple little things in there. For me, I haven't put anything in here because it's so, like, it's just such a different way, like, to try to get into this takes so much. If I'm holding it up like this, I'm never holding my bag like this in regular life. It's down here. So trying to get it up and down, it just is enough of a cognitive load to where it's like I just completely stopped putting things there. Sort of a bummer. It'd be great if you, like, you know, maybe it's perfect for throwing stuff you don't get at all the time. And you need to have it, but you don't want to have it all the time. This kind of pouch would be perfect for putting stuff that you need to have, but you don't want all the time. But it does not fit into here. I mean, you could probably squeeze it in, but you'd really not be doing that often because it's not the right size for that. Back panel. Can I just talk about these straps for a second? I just like old school, like JanSport, little butt crack down the middle of them. I absolutely love these straps. Perfect amount of rigidity, of padding to me. I like the squeeze. I like the mesh that they've got here. Nothing too fancy. Because we've got that laptop compartment stuff in here, it actually gives you a nice amount of structure on the bag. They don't use any padding here. They're using felt that is made from recycled material, which I think is chef's kiss. Any of you people who like a bag that stands up, you're not gonna get that here, all right? It's a very simple bag, no sternum strap, no nothing, but I personally love that. $100 for that like simple school bag that's gonna last, at least in the X pack. I think this is gonna be like 130 in the X pack. It's gonna last for like a really long time. Really long time. Not X pack on the bottom. I don't know how I feel about that because this is where I'd want some of the most durable material, and this looks like that 500 or 600D recycled material, and I'd probably put X-Pack down there. Maybe I'm off on that. Am I off on that, Boundary? As far as daily carry bags go from Boundary, they have the Errant, which is super techy, a little bit tight, but really cool. Then the Prima, really techy, a little bit heavy, kind of like bigger, like you can fit a little more stuff in there. Both of those are very kind of serious bags. This is a very chill bag. I would use this much more than those other two personally, in my own life. Some of you people love the Errant. You've got a spot for every dongle, just the right size. Errant is perfect for a little bit of a tighter carry. This is a little bit of a tighter carry too, but because it's so simple, I think these guys saw the Civic half zip from Evergoods and they're like, they probably got one and used it. I may be off on that, but like when I first used that Civic half zip from Evergoods, which is on sale right now, if you're watching this close to the time that it went out, I'll link to that below. That was just like, oh my God, I love using this fucking bag. Pardon my French. I just loved using it. It's so simple. Visibility, just enough space, super simple, durable. That one has a bitchin' quick access pocket on the top. But this is a lot more sort of techie, interesting, cool. A little more of an aesthetic that I think people are going to naturally gravitate to in modern life. The Evergoods is for me, it's like I love it personally, but I find that a lot of people are like, I thought you were the bad guy. How come you have such a simple looking bag? I thought you'd have something real cool. Lots of great details. Like I love that they use this webbing that's smaller. It's thinner. You know, it's a thinner webbing. They say they use a metal hardware on the website, but this is not here. Maybe this is just kind of prototypey. They also say there's a cord pass-through, but it's just a little hole at the bottom of the water bottle compartment as far as I can tell. So you can put a battery and your phone in the water bottle compartment maybe. As far as I can tell, it does not go down into the main compartment at all. This interior, the lining here, is also made from recycled materials, I believe, and it's thin. It's quite thin but slick. No dirt or oil is going to stick to it very easily. That's kind of nice, but it is a little bit thin, and you lose a little bit of that feeling of quality with it. Like, you know, like Bellroy bags, for example, like you have this sense of like every little pocket just has like the right kind of feel. This is a little less sexy in that way, but there's still something about this bag that I really like. I mean, honestly, it's this laptop compartment that is like the most satisfying part of it. I don't really love this pocket, and I wouldn't end up putting much stuff here anyways, because whatever's here is going to weigh the top of the bag down every time you open it up. So honestly, this is what I would treat as my quick access for my earbuds and like keys, if I used keys. I love these two pockets because, like I said, they're down towards the middle of the front of the bag, so they don't weigh it down a bunch. It has tons of support to hold whatever is there up, and it's just the right size for my power charger and my spare hard drive. Then I've got just enough space in here for my two pouches, and then I can throw my camera on top. I can throw a shirt on top. I can throw a jacket on top or something. Slick little look. I really like these bags. Now let's talk about this sling really quick. It's very simple. Just a little bit of capacity. Perfect size for your AirPods, your mask. Like it's got a little pocket inside that you can throw smaller stuff in. Pills. I don't know, you take pills around. You got two pockets on the back, just pouches, a little clip in here you could clip something to. On the back, there's also a zipper. You could throw, this is the kind of place I throw my like car key fobs in because I just forget about them. But for some reason, my car turns on when I get into it. I'm like, that works well. Simple clip, nothing really too special about it. Throw this sucker on and then you're ready to go. Hey, I gotta get my thing. Oh, got that. I always go over the shoulder like this. I always do that. Regardless of that Chris D'Elia, you know, where he's like, people are like, ah. It's like, bro, we just unclip it. You know what I mean? Okay, so you've seen the colors, you've seen the pouches, you've seen the sling, you've seen the bag itself. What questions do you have? Holler in the comments below. Ultimately, I'm stoked that there's another good like $100 bag out there that I feel really good recommending. I'm bummed on this front pocket that it's not quite as usable as I'd want it to be. But by the way, there's a little like loop in here that you could clip stuff to. But your visibility on this is no bueno, and you can't really. Maybe it's just this, but you can't flip this up. It's just the way it's sewn in. You can just kind of barely flip it up. It comes down below the sewn. It's sewn on the sides down below the zipper. Is this the kind of thing you tune into on YouTube? People talking about backpacks? Oh, also there's some accessory clips sort of all around, and you can use some of their straps and accessorize. There's even some on the back here, down here, and up here. So if you need to clip it down onto a motorcycle or whatever, shout out to Rikki Rocket for shouting me out. You guys know that the drummer from Poison, every rose does have its thorns. You do know that, right? And every cowboy sings a sad, sad song. Every motherfucking one. That's what makes them cowboys. You know who my favorite cowboy is right now? Is Tom Green. For some reason, he was like on Joe Rogan. I listened to some of it, and then I started watching his YouTube channel. Check out Tom Green's YouTube channel. I'll link to it below. Because he's just like wearing a cowboy hat and like lonely, singing a sad, sad song. Shout out to Nordgreen for supporting this episode. Shout out to Boundary Supply. Links to everything below. Also links to my favorite daily carry bags, right? At matterful.co. While you're there, get on the email list because we're going to be passing 100,000 subscribers on this channel soon. We're going to do a huge giveaway. You don't want to miss that. So get on the email list. I don't send emails almost like ever. You know what I mean? Just be yourself. All right, guys? Everybody else is taken. Ta-ta!